So, Frank, I'm going to go to you first because I'm sure you want to talk about Donald Trump.
Well, the big giant bomb today, there's huge dissidents in his own tribe. I mean, there's a lot of people defecting. Today, 50 top Republicans have signed a letter and not to vote for him. And also there's big rumor that people close to him in his campaign are going to start to defect. And he's just out of control. And you would think that if you're a king of negotiation and you wrote, or he co-wrote or whatever with The Art of the Deal, that he would try to put out some honey rather than more vinegar. Like, his tweeting was just brutal as these announcements came out. I would think that he would try to reach out to these people and try to change their mind rather than to exacerbate the situation.
What do you think about what happened yesterday at the Detroit Economic Club and also reaching out to Paul Ryan to sort of mend fences?
Well, the journalists, the media is stating that he reached out to Paul Ryan because they read him the Riot Act,
which they probably did.
And it's a bizarre, to me, it's a very bizarre scenario here. Here's a guy, and I blame the Republicans. I blame the Republican Party. I do not blame Donald Trump. When he was getting out of hand in the primary, that's when they should have put their foot down and completely taken him out of the race and expelled him and given him an expulsion for the way he was acting and the things that he was doing. That politics is dirty, yes, but the stuff that he's said, and I believe that he's going to say, beyond the realm of traditional candidates.
Did he not at the Detroit Economic Club yesterday read from from the teleprompter and did not veer off script? So I'm trying to say, Frank, notwithstanding what you said, is there some kind of movement towards getting stabilized here?
Well, a lot of the cynics are saying big shit. He read somebody else's speech that was written for him with somebody else's ideology. That's what the cynics are saying. I'm not going to pull a Donald Trump where he does a preface with everything that he says. I read, they say, I say, and he makes stuff up. He's been proven to be 99% bullshit in the stuff that he's saying. So he read a speech. Good. I mean, like they said on CNN yesterday, the bar is pretty low. So everybody's going to pat him on the back and make him president of the United States of America because he could read a speech. And as soon as he doesn't have a speech to read, right now he's off the cuff. Right now he's giving a speech. Right now he's all over the place. It's bizarre.
Was it the Ryan Act or the Ryan Act? I wonder.
Not bad.
No. But I go back. I go back and blame the Republican Party. Now, they're pissed off, and they got a guy who's running as an independent, and that's going to hurt the Republican Party because it's just going to take votes away from Donald Trump, and it will strengthen Clinton's position.
I think that aspect of it is all over. I mean,
Pardon me?
Can't weaken Trump's position much more than he has weakened it, and those people who have been out to get him have weakened it. And it's one of the most easy gets there's been in a long time. I mean, this guy is.
Bill, in all fairness to the people around him right now, and I'm not going back and forth. He's making it impossible for people to support him, Bill.
I know, it's a gift for Hillary. It's a given. Just take it.
That's the sad part of it. That is
right,
so sad.
You're right, Billy.
It's enough to make a grown man cry. That's the only reason.
Listen. The Democrats decided that they were going to have two candidates. They had Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. They had nobody else. They tried to get Bloomberg. They tried to, caress him and finesse him to be in there. They tried to get a few other people, but a lot of people felt Hillary Clinton was a big contender. She almost won the presidency over Barack Obama. and he beat her out at the end. But she was, she ran a tight race. She's a very, very well organized politician.
Yeah, and her greed for power, guys, is insatiable.
Well, who the fuck's power is it? Who the fuck's is not greedy for power? Who's running for the most powerful country in the world? And they spend billions of dollars for that.
Well, they've already
steering wheel.
The Clinton Foundation already has taken their share of the billions. I mean,
Listen, both candidates, as far as I'm concerned, are flawed. There's no doubt about it. I am not going to argue that point. They're both flawed, as is there lots of candidates that are flawed. I'm telling you right now, the choice is very simple. You either go to the mechanic who's been screwing you for many years, but he can get the car fixed, or you go to a guy who's never been a mechanic in his fucking life, and he's going to take your engine out and not make your car run. But here's the irony. Donald Trump, everything around him keeps getting messy. People who have made contributions on his site for, let's say, I'm giving you an example because I don't have the exact facts in front of me, $50. One-time $50 contribution a la Bernie Sanders to Trump. Well, they can't stop them. They keep taking $50 over and over and over. So,
as of right now, the figures are fluctuating daily, but it's anywhere from 8 to 10% in Hillary's favor right now.
This morning on 2 polls, she was up 13 to 14% on him.
And that's probably what you would expect, and maybe even further, unless, again, it's the likability or the dislikability factor that's making it lower than what it should be.
Well, there's no reason.
He's picking the wrong. Listen. I think that the public, the media and the public, and the Republican Party have come to a very sad conclusion that Mr. Trump is not fit to represent the Republican Party, let alone the American people worldwide.
It's 90 days and counting right now until the election. Whether what's happening right now is a chance for him to rehabilitate his campaign and his personality, hard to say, but there's still
no chance, Perry. He's cooked.